Good morning. I'd like to get the festivities started this morning. Welcome to the Pueblo City County Library District's Rawlings Public Library on March 23rd, 2012. Can you hear me in the back? We are here today for a special event for the Corazón del Pueblo mural unveiling and the Spanish-Mexican legacy of Latinos in Pueblo County book release. I'm pleased to be with you. I'm Sherry Baca, President of the Library District Board of Trustees, and this is just such a milestone for us to share with you this morning. I am a proud member of the trustees, and I do stand in front of you as a representative from the trustees group saying how pleased we are with the completion of this project, which has been many years in the making, and we will be introducing you to a number of folks this morning who have helped make this dream become a reality. So thank you for coming today, and I hope you will enjoy this morning's unveiling of our projects. At this time, it's my pleasure to welcome and introduce to you John Walker, the Executive Director of the Pueblo City County Library District.
Thank you very much. Thank you for being here today. This is a special day for us at the library, and it's really kind of been a long time coming. I have a few comments I'd like to make, and then we have some other guests that we'd like to introduce as well, and also make comments. Before I make comments, though, I'd like to just acknowledge a few people in the audience. We do have with us today some of our city council representatives, Sandy Daff. Sandy, if you don't mind raising your hand. I know former city councilman Ray Aguilera is also in the audience today. I also would like to acknowledge our other library board member who is here, Jim Stewart. I saw Jim here. Our board of trustees, our volunteers. In addition, Sherry mentioned the book that we are releasing today and published by the library. We are so honored that the author of the book, Dr. David Sandoval, is with us today. Dr. Sandoval, please. If you haven't seen the book yet, the copies are available. This is the release date for the book, which chronicles the very rich history of Pueblo, Hispanic, and Latino community. And that is really the reason for the Hispanic Resource Center. And we're so pleased and proud with what Dr. Sandoval has been able to produce. With us also today is another special guest, and he is the artist that reproduced the mural, or produced the mural, that we will unveil today. David Garcia. David, where are you? Back here, please. It's a beautiful piece. You need to speak with him about his production of this mural. He based it upon his reading of the history. So what you'll see reproduced here is a visual reproduction of the history of Latino and Hispanic influence on this great community. I also want to acknowledge those who supported the project and brought the project to fruition. And I would start with Colorado Humanities, who supported this project with grant funds. And we do have a representative from Colorado Humanities here today, Susan Fries. Susan? In addition, I don't think there's a representative from the Leidig Trust today, but funds from the Leidig Trust also were used to make this project come to fruition. There are several other individuals that need to be mentioned. At the top of that list is the lady who has given her heart to this for a few years now. And she has done such a wonderful job in making this happen. Charlene Garcia Sims. Charlene. Other individuals who served on the committee to work to make these projects come to pass include Chris Brogan, who is the Chief Financial Officer for the Library District, Midori Clark, who is the Director of Community Relations, Maria Sanchez Tucker, who oversee our special collections and museum services for the Library District, Carol Rooney, who manages our second floor collections here at the Library District, Brian Palomar, who is an employee of the Library District and served to help on the Art Committee, Al Perea, the Facilities Manager for the Library District, Joe Giuliano, who also works in our Facilities Department. Also, a great big thanks to the Pueblo Friends of the Library for their funds that also helped make this project happen. And then last but not least at all is the current Hispanic Resources Coordinator who works as an employee for the Library District to make all of this happen, Felicia Garbizo Sanchez. Felicia, please. She's back here. Now, before I introduce our next speaker, just a few words about the Hispanic Resource Center. I have here a document that was produced on June 23rd of 2005, and so this document's about 7 years old. There was kind of an idea that the Library District had several years ago in 2005, and I'm just going to read from that to give you some context. Pueblo County's population is diverse. This is characterized by large numbers of both Hispanic and Spanish-speaking citizens. In 2000, the year 2000, 38%, or 53,710, of Pueblo County residents self-identified as Hispanic. This also is the fastest-growing ethnic group, increasing 21.8% in our community from 1990 to the year 2000. Spanish-speaking residents make up 14.2% of the county's population in the year 2000. In the city of Pueblo, Hispanic residents account for 43.8% of the total population. In some areas of the city, Hispanics make up as much as 70% of the population, with more than 30% of them being Spanish speakers. Given this demographic, the Pueblo City County Library District should consider focusing more resources on Hispanic and Spanish language services. For example, a Hispanic Resource Center could be established at the Rawlings Library. Rawlings is located close to prominent Hispanic and Spanish-speaking areas of the community. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the result. This is the Hispanic Resource Center. So now it is my great pleasure to introduce to you Pueblo City Councilman Mr. Leroy Garcia. Leroy.
Good morning. On behalf of the City of Pueblo, I have the great honor and privilege of serving Pueblo's 3rd District. And I want to tell you, as a Garcia, I wish I could fit in with my colleagues Charlene Garcia and wonderful David Garcia for their positive contributions to our community, but sadly I'm not related. But what a great privilege it is to stand up here and see the contributions that our community will now have. It's important that we continue to pass on to our children a legacy that is rich with the contributions that Latinos have made throughout the years in our community. I would like to be the first, on behalf of the City of Pueblo, to thank Mr. David Sandoval and Mr. David Garcia for making this a reality. This is important for our community. It's important for our children. My son and I, Jeremiah, have been working on a project for the last 6 years, a genealogy project that has taken us almost 150 years back into our ancestry. It's important that our children know the contributions that Latinos have made. And so I, on behalf of the City of Pueblo, would like to thank you for the work that you have done to make this a reality. Thank you and congratulations. With that, I would like to welcome to the podium Mr. John Cordova, our County Commissioner.
Good morning. On behalf of the Board of County Commissioners, I am honored to be a part of this unveiling. Dr. David Sandoval and I go back to the old SCSC days in the 70s. So, so I'm glad to see that he's finally got a book out here. I'm sure he's got other ones, right? Today is a significant day for Pueblo. Thanks to Dr. David Sandoval and Mr. David Garcia, every person visiting the Hispanic Resource Center will now be able to learn of the rich and amazing Hispanic cultural past of Pueblo. Thanks to you, Mrs. Sims, for having the foresight to bring this much-needed past to the present. Thanks to you all, to all those who made this day possible, the library and all those folks. I think there's probably some culture that, I mean, Hispanic culture or history that didn't get documented. I remember when I was meeting with the power plant out there, what is it? Black Hills Energy, yeah. They were asking for things from the city and the county, and I says, you know, I'm all for, you know, at that time I was going to bring jobs and that kind of stuff, but I'd like for you to name that facility after a Hispanic, a prominent Hispanic from our past, and instead of, you know, Pueblo power plant. It seems like there's an awful lot of things that are named Pueblo, which is also Hispanic, but I thought maybe naming that plant after a historic figure of, you know, Hispanic descent would be a great idea. And I'm still pushing for that, and I hope the city will join me and we can convince those folks. They still need power lines coming to Pueblo or the Comanche and other places, so maybe we can hold that thumbscrew on them and get it done. So again, on behalf of the Board of Pueblo County Commissioners, I am honored to share this day with you and look forward to many more. Thank you. Now I would like to introduce Mrs. Phyllis Zamora from the Greater Pueblo Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you so much. We are so proud of what's happening here today. I know ever since this new building was built, Pueblo and the tourism, we always loved our library. But when this building was built, it became known nationally. And now we all know how important our culture and our history is in Pueblo. I'm a big part of that. I know my family's been here forever, and we don't live very far from here. The library's always been a very important part. Thank you so much for bringing the history and the culture to everyone now, and now a book. The artists are amazing in this city, and now we have one right here in the library to show off to everyone. We have visitors. We're proud of the Pueblo community, but we have visitors coming from the whole entire nation to see this building, and now to have something so close to us. We're proud of it. Thank you to the city, the county, to make this possible, and of course the staff and the important volunteers of the library that made this all happen. Congratulations on behalf of the Greater Pueblo Chamber.
I would like to invite Stephen Trujillo, who is here from the Latino Chamber of Commerce. Stephen.
Well, good morning. Thank you again for having and inviting the Latino Chamber of Commerce. You know, I think it goes without saying that Pueblo is a city of passion, artistic talent, and creativity, and what a better place to come and view that than here. And you know, the most frustrating part for me is that my artistic creativity never goes beyond a stick figure and some clouds. So, you know, I just love being in a city where so many are willing to share that, and this is an example of that here today. As we come together to celebrate the contributions that have been made in our city, from the Latino community, and those individuals who are willing to share, to document, to help visualize and present those kind of beautiful artistic pieces to our community for generations to come, and to have a library and a staff whose focus is to make sure that that message and that kind of life lives on for generations. And so we at the Latino Chamber are very passionate and very excited to be able to be a part of these kinds of events, and we are very thankful for the many contributions from the city, from the county, and especially from the library. You do so much to make sure that our generations of students continue that. So we can't tell you how excited we are to be here with you today to help celebrate it. We thank you and everyone for the contributions. And on behalf of the staff, the board of directors, our ambassadors and members here, congratulations to all of you.
Thank you to all of our speakers and our guests here today. Okay, it's my job to make an announcement. We're going to have a ribbon cutting, and we're going to unveil the mural that's just behind me. And so what I would like to ask is that if our speakers here could join the others for the ribbon cutting, and then those in the audience, what I would like to invite you to do is to come up into the open area that's just in front of the mural, and we will gather to do the unveiling. So thank you very much.